If you're a business owner, entrepreneur, practitioner, or even a marketer, why is it sometimes that consulting does not work for you, and how do you fix this? This is a fantastic question. I'm Scott Sylvan, coming to you live from Consulting Secrets on a perfect day to talk about business and consulting, and a fantastic day to talk about you. We are on video number 2. Video number 1 was all about the reasons why consultants may fall down. Video number 2 is all about your staff in your office. So reason number 1 that I see offices not implement coaching, training, and consulting is they're overburdened. And in their mind, they're thinking, I don't have the bandwidth. In their mind, they're thinking, oh, great, just one more thing for me to do. And sometimes this is a delegation issue. Sometimes you've got the wrong people in the office, because here's what happens. You probably have a workhorse. You probably have somebody who does a lot of work and takes on a lot of tasks, and they're the person that everybody goes to that asks for help and says, here's what I need. And then you come to them, you're like, hey, we got a consultant that came in. We got Scott that came in. We're going to be going over a couple things. They're like, oh, great. Just what I need. I am already overclocked with work that needs to be done. And now you're coming to me and you're adding one more thing to my plate. No, right? It sounds good in theory, but we're going to shoot it down and we're going to put this on the back list of priorities. So having really good communication with the people that work inside of your office and asking, like, what's your bandwidth like? Like, where are you on bandwidth? And if someone's like, I am at max, I'm at 120%, and then you're asking other people in the office and like, oh, I'm at 50, there needs to be a reallocation somehow of responsibilities. And sometimes it's a delegation issue. Sometimes the person who is taking on the responsibilities just wants to do everything on their own, and they don't want to give out what needs to be done to other people. Number 2, the staff is uncomfortable. They've never done it before. They're used to your way. They're used to your management's way. They're used to the way that it's always been done. And because it's always done that way, that's, gosh darn it, it's the only way that we're going to do it. It's the only way that makes sense. It's the only way that's capable for us to move forward. It's like, it becomes an excuse. Right? It's going to sound like, I like it, but it's uncomfortable. I like it, but I don't think that guy or that girl knows what they're talking about. And you need to be aware that sometimes you pay for the consulting and then it falls flat on its face because, well, it's never been done before. Not at that office. There's things that I've implemented at different companies, different organizations that, like, oh, I never thought we could do that. I didn't know we could do that. Well, it's never been done before in this building. It doesn't mean it's never been done before in another building. Number 3, the consultant isn't liked. Like, a consultant's coming in and they're making changes. They're saying, this is a problem. This is an issue. And sometimes it calls out specific people and it zeroes in on them and they're like, that person right there isn't doing anything. That person right there is a troublemaker. And you're getting an outside view, right? Me personally, when I go into an organization, I don't come up with conclusions until I have time to check out, hey, what's going on, right? Like, I want to see some work product before I start jumping to conclusions. I've had people go, I've got this guy. I really want you to check him out. I want you to tell me like in the first hour. Like, no, it doesn't work that way. Unless it's something egregious. Unless it's like, whoa. I've had that where someone was like not a good person and they were what you call a thief, right? And so like very rarely is it like an automatic answer. Sometimes it's going to take a couple of conversations, a couple of meetings, a couple of initiations. Now, here's the thing. If you're looking for consulting and you want to sell your business in the next 2 to 3 years and you want some help on the exit strategies, you should absolutely reach out to the Deal hotline, 888-DEAL-919, 888-DEAL-919, and a member of my team will get back to you. No deal is too big, okay? So, number 4 on this list is uncomfortable. It's new. It's not just that we've never done this before. It's like, I don't know if I want to say that. I don't know if I want to do that. I don't know if I want to talk to my staff that way. I don't know if I want to make this move. It's outside of my comfort zone. And if it's outside of their comfort zone and they're not ever willing to fix it, they're not ever going to ever implement what's going on. Okay. And then number 5 is straight sabotage. I got called to help a organization, and there was a couple of members of the management team that flat out did not want things to change because they had an easy life. They were working about 20 hours a week and they would disappear for the other 20. They were never seen. And then, they were being paid for 40. And things were running okay, but there was more bandwidth. There was more room. There was more squeeze. There was more juice in the squeeze. And, it came across very, like, they started building teams against me. Hey, that Scott guy, that dude, we don't want him here because, well, it's going to take away us leaving early on Fridays. It's going to take away from us on doing the things that they were doing. I'm being very vague on purpose. And so what happened was there was this, we're not going to do it. We're not ever going to do it. And it became the situation of, okay, do we choose Scott or do we choose management? And so, like, one of the things that you have to ask is, who am I going to be willing to let go on my team if they're not on board? And so one of the things that I like to do, if I'm working with an organization, I'm working with a team, I don't have to be there. I really don't want to be there. But the owner or the ownership group go, hey, we're bringing in a consultant. We need to know that you're on board for changes in a public setting. Like, hey, we need to know that you're on board for this. We need to know that you're open to the changes. And if you're not, you need to tell us right now. And if you don't want to be here, you don't want the changes, there's alternative options here. Not a threat, conversational. I'm just shorting it down for this video. You have to figure out who's on your team and who's not. And there's going to be a point that you're disappointed because it's probably a person you weren't thinking. Like, I've been in a lot of places where people were disgruntled because nothing was moving. And so management, ownership is like, it's this guy that's the problem, it's the bottleneck. It's this woman that's the bottleneck. And come to find out, that's the person who was working, trying to get stuff done, but there was a whole team against them. So it sounded like that person that they were pointing out was the one that was causing all the harm. In all realities, it was all the people protecting their backsides. So I'm going to share this with you. You say, hey, Scott, I want to hire any consultant. I want to bring somebody in to work with my team. I want to bring somebody in to work with my organization. What you have to watch out for is who on your team is going to sabotage the deal, who on your team is going to sabotage the process. We may never, ever meet. We may never, ever work together, and that's okay. I want to share something with you that allows for you to look around and say, listen, we're bringing somebody in, we're making the payment for the infrastructure, we're making the payment for good. It doesn't matter if you don't like that person. And if you sabotage them, there's going to be repercussions. So I'm just going to leave it at that without going into further details about places that I've been and companies I've worked with. Just be aware that it's not uncommon for people who are uncomfortable, who have an easy life, to not want to make changes. You got one of three things to do from here. Just one of three. Find the subscribe button, click on it, and every time I send out a video, you'll get an update. 2, hit follow. 3, share this video with a friend. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.